Any large event like the World Cup or the Olympics brings with it security concerns. There are a large number of people in one space and therefore it becomes a target for an attack. Now, there are new technologies around that help the police and emergency services deal with such events, and those developing the tech are now urging governments around the world to save dedicated broadband space just for that purpose. Jen Copestake was asked to breach security to test some new systems.
Imagine someone is trying to place a bomb under a car. That's what I've been asked to do here to create a fictitious security alert. I'm testing new broadband technology for public safety and policing from Motorola Solutions. I may think I'm not being watched, but this is no ordinary car park.
Yeah, dispatch to car 1, pushing video now.
This is car 1. We are receiving live video. Over.
This exercise is being run at Motorola Solutions Research Centre in the south of England. Large amounts of data, like maps and video collected on the security threat, me, are sent live to the patrol car that acts as a mobile response unit. All the security video taken throughout the day has been digitally analysed for blue, isolating me amongst the crowd by the colour of my dress. The result? A layered video of my movements. Next, facial recognition data can be fed directly to the police car. And it won't be long before I'm under arrest.
Please can you send us the picture of the suspect? Over.
Wireless broadband technology brings to first responders some of the same capabilities that you and I as consumers rely upon. It brings the ability to virtually bring scenes to life from a remote location by transfer of video, by creating ways to communicate that just are not possible with just the spoken word. As I say, a picture's worth 1,000 words, video's worth maybe 1,000,000 words.
The critical communications industry has been moving away from narrowband private mobile radio networks towards super-fast 4G broadband. This will allow vast amounts of data to be shared fast between first responders. In the future, paramedics working on a victim in an ambulance could send data back to medical specialists at base. Sensors on firefighters could monitor core body temperature, heart rate and blood pressure, and police officers could see a hazard in advance.
What it allows in a public safety environment is for a CCTV camera of a specific area, maybe around the corner from where that officer is, to be streamed into the officer's device so he can see clearly what is around the corner before he actually has to put his head around the corner.
But the pressure it could put on networks is already clear. When Hurricane Sandy hit the east coast of America in 2012, it only took a few hours for communications to jam, causing chaos for first responders. We're all using so much internet bandwidth in our daily lives that the spectrum is getting crowded. Unless bandwidth is reserved for the emergency services, public safety could be compromised. Many countries don't have dedicated bandwidth for first responders, and this will become an increasing problem worldwide.
Spectrum problems are sort of ubiquitous in the world. I mean, it's a challenged, scarce resource, highly valued by lots of services. I think just right now, Europe hasn't yet moved to allocate spectrum.
But there are many issues to overcome. Privacy is one. With vast amounts of data flying around, how do you control who gets to see it? And prioritization. How do you avoid data overload?
Anything is actually possible, the number of devices and so on. But it's very important to note that when moving into a dangerous situation, an officer doesn't want data fed to him. At that point, he needs somebody telling him in his ear what it is he's about to face, and he wants to know that somebody can talk back.
So it picked me up, suspect Jen in the blue dress. Technologies like this are developing rapidly, especially in the US. Those backing these systems are pressing for dedicated broadband space for public safety. Otherwise, our crowded online lives may have an unintended impact on security and the work of the emergency services.